Lindsay, there's been a growing uneasiness and unrest in Indianapolis, and I think that we saw how unproductive that offense has been throughout the course of the season. Now these shoes have begun to fall. Pep Hamilton is the first casualty of that offense. They decided to part ways with him at some point today following last night's loss to Carolina. Clearly they were unhappy with the way this offense had performed. This team put a ton of money into the wide receiver position, the running back position, and we saw Andrew Luck continually get battered there. He had underperformed this season, not played to that level, and you knew that somebody was going to pay the price for that in Indianapolis. There had been plenty of talk about Chuck Pagano's future, Ryan Grigson's future, but the first man to lose his job in Indianapolis is the offensive coordinator, Pep Hamilton. Rob Chudzinski takes over the play calling responsibilities in the offensive coordinator role.
Adam, why do you think that Pep Hamilton is the first shoe to drop?
I think that if you watch this team, the expectations for the offense have been so high, and there have been rumors and speculation that they had considered a change with Pep Hamilton in the past, which is odd because he also interviewed for head coaching jobs and was respected around the league, and some people viewed him as a potential head coaching candidate. But the Colts had major questions and uneasiness about the way the offense was operating in Indianapolis. You saw the way that Andrew Luck struggled this season, and because of all that, essentially they decided to make the change where they believe that Rod Chudzinski will help get this offense back on track.
How likely do you think it would be that Chuck Pagano would be the next domino to fall?
Listen, they're tied for first place in the SC South, and as disappointing as the season has been, I think that it's hard to imagine them making that move in season. Now, the Colts play the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning on Sunday. Should they lose that game, they head into a bye week. Bye week is when things typically tend to happen, although as we've seen today, the crazy nature of the NFL and the AFC South in particular today, rarely do you see moves made mid-season on November 3rd, and yet today we saw the Tennessee Titans fire their head coach, Ken Wisner, and the Colts fire their offensive coordinator, Pep Hamilton. So in this league, you no longer can dismiss anything. But saying that, I think that there's instability and uncertainty that hangs over the Colts organization, but it's hard to imagine that they would make that move while they're competing for a division title in season.